Hello there, my name is Kehinde Bademosi. I talk about branding, storytelling, and more importantly, I talk about how do we make people feel seen? How do we create compassion in this work of brand communication? And so today, I want to talk about something that I hear often, that everywhere you go these days, it's almost impossible not to hear about it. Politicians talk about it when they lose election, when they win election. Corporates talk about it. C-suites, managers, non-for-profits, NGOs, and so many others. They talk about this very important word, and that key word is messaging. Messaging. What exactly is messaging? What does it mean? Is messaging the same thing as advertising, or is it the same thing as branding? I would say that as much as they share a lot of things in common, so many things in common, messaging is not exactly advertising. Messaging is not copywriting. Hello, copywriters. I know we're very smart. We know how to shape words and put words together to get people's attention. Messaging is not even search engine optimization, where we make the algorithms to find us or to find what we're trying to say. Then what exactly is messaging? As technology changes the way we communicate, as artificial intelligence especially is taking over the way we see communication, how we trust people who communicate with us, messaging is becoming reimagined. And here's what I define messaging to be. Messaging is how power chooses to explain itself to the people that it serves. I repeat, messaging is how power chooses to explain itself to the people that it serves. What does that mean? It means that messaging is not just what we say. Messaging is about who is saying it and the power dynamics that exist between the audience and the communicator. So it is the key word here is power and how power chooses to communicate, how it explains. And then we begin to ask the next important questions. Who benefits from this explanation? Whether you're a luxury brand trying to sell some important, scarf or shoes, whether you're a politician trying to sell a campaign promise, or you are a health official trying to sell vaccination to those who are undecided. The first thing you need to check is what is the power dynamics between you and the people that you are communicating with. Most recently, there is an outlier who won an election in New York. Everybody kept talking about the design, the beautiful campaign, the slogan. And it looks like most of the things that people talk about is missing. There's something missing in this conversation, and that's messaging. The messaging of this politician is not just about the clever slogan or about how the advertising was. All of that have a role to play, don't get me wrong. But I would say, I suggest that it's about how power chooses to explain it itself to people that it serves. So it's about the choices we make. Messaging is all about strategy much more than what we say. And that strategy is not rooted in the writer or in the designer. It's rooted in power. If you're leading branding in your organization, this is a time for you to begin to reevaluate where branding sits. Should branding be in marketing? Should communication be in marketing department, or should it be with the people who actually decides? I suggest that branding, communication, storytelling is becoming the duty of the C-suite, the people that sit, the founders, the board members, the real people. Because messaging is about how power chooses to explain itself. Because it's about who benefits from what you're about to say, who is at risk here from what you're about to share. And that's why it's important that as we build a more authentic brand, a brand that makes people feel seen in this day and age of artificial intelligence, Messaging is going to be important. I repeat, messaging strategy is going to be important. And I suggest that it's about time we reimagine our messaging strategy, because it's not just what we say, it's about how we choose to explain our power or the power in the room to the people that it serves.